Hey, y'all, and welcome back to another fan mini episode of Catch That, where we get to know our friends through their favorite R&B songs. I am naturally Elise, and that is my bro,
They are.
and we are the R&B representatives. And today we are welcoming back one of our favorite guests and one of my favorite people, one of my bestest friends, and that is Maxine. Hey, boo.
Hey, how y'all doing?
I am very happy to be here. Okay.
That was so dumb.
So, for folks who may not have caught your earlier episodes, tell us about yourself as much or as little as you want. And then, yes, tell us
I
about
am
you.
a snarky HR lady who is also a podcaster. I host a podcast sporadically called Mostly Max and Other Things. My two faves here have both been on. Feel free to check it out if you're so inclined.
Oh,
What else do I do? Smoke a lot of marijuana and watch a lot of terrible television. And I'm happy to be back.
Yes. And we're happy to have you, of course,
yeah.
duh. Um, how about you tell us what song you picked to talk about today and if you remember your first time hearing it?
Oh man. I picked Sade, Stronger Than Pride. And the first time I heard it, I'm trying to think. I think it was probably like most people who come to Sade on the best of, the iconic best of album. And I heard it and it was just such simple, beautiful perfection. I immediately played it like 7 more times in a row.
Yes. Yeah. And before we got on, we were talking about that was a lot of people's introduction. I think that wasn't my introduction, but that's only because my mama is like a Sade disciple. Like that is her girl. Sade Adu is her girl. Okay. So I kind of heard everything. But that greatest was an album that everybody had. I was
Everybody
rarely
had
in a
it.
house that didn't have that compilation. So
Absolutely.
Mine,
Absolutely.
unfortunately. Mine didn't at all. Like, my family wasn't the big. So I knew, obviously, the singles and all that stuff. But it was like I didn't know a lot of her because it wasn't played a lot. But I actually remember working at a nonprofit after college. And I worked there, and I just remember them playing it. And I was like, what is this? And they was like, this is the best of Sade. And I was like, oh, really? So then all these songs started coming on and all that good stuff. And then it came to Stronger Than Pride. And I loved that off the break, right? So then
Right out the
afterwards,
gate.
and it was like, whatever. So then Elise, I got to Elise, and we was about to do a Sade show on our radio show. And I was like, well, I'm not the biggest Sade fan at all. At all. And she was like, are you serious? And I was like, nah, I'm not, because I didn't play it. So she was like, wait a minute. She was like, I'm gonna nip this shit in the bud right now. She started, the first song she named was Love is Stronger Than Pride. I was like, yeah, I like that song. And then she kept naming songs. And I was like, I like those. She was like, nigga, you are a fan. You do know her. Like, and from that moment, I have gone back to her. I'm like Promise and what is it, Diamond Life, and then the Stronger with Pride. And now I'm knowing album tracks now, and I'm really a fan. Cause I'm like, so I asked my mom, I'm like, Mom, why you ain't dig with Sade like that? She was like, her music puts me to sleep. I'm okay on that. Like, I'm good. And I was just like, Mom, you're missing out. Like, you're
She is
missing
missing out.
out. And then she was like, I watched Catch That. Elise got you. That's what happened. She got she was like,
You got
she got
clocked.
you. Would never think about no Sade until then. And I was like, well, yeah, you're right, but you missing out on some good shit, Mom.
You
Like,
got
for real.
shamed on the internet is what happened.
Yeah.
Rightly, to be honest.
naming work. No, I'm kidding. Bullying works. No. It works, but don't do it. Don't do it.
I mean,
Yes.
unless you have
No.
to. or people who deserve it, whatever.
That's true. That's true. Very true.
Yes. So what is it about Stronger Than Pride that like pulls you in?
You know, it's the vibe, man. Like I know the new girlies are talking about vibes, but this is the mother of it here we're talking about. Like the girlies are trying to get to this level, but God bless them. They can't.
It's
So
level.
yeah, and they're
She
not
has
gonna
so
hit
many
that level.
stepchildren out here.
There's
Step.
so all these bitches are her sons. Um
Love it.
but basically it's it's the same. I get the same feeling whenever I play Nora Jones's Come Away With Me. It kind of
Mm.
sets you into the song and you start to relax. It's almost meditative, you know? And you just,
Yeah.
your whole energy changes as the song swells and like dips and, you know, does all of the stuff it does on waves and stuff like that. And it was a perfect video actually for it. They're on the beach and, you know, there's waves
Yeah.
crashing and we rolling around in the sand and shit. It's perfect for that because it's the same kind of restorative, peaceful kind of energy, even though she's really talking about how you will take an L for love.
Right.
We're gonna
Right.
take these L's because I love you. And
Yeah.
I can't pretend otherwise.
Yeah. And I think what gets me about the song is how it comes in, well, and continues to, it's like a haunting, kind of mysterious, which is
Yeah.
pervasive through her music periods. It's like a
Absolutely.
mystery. It's like
Mm-hmm. She's a
can't quite figure
mystery.
it out.
We don't
Yeah.
really know her business. Not
No,
really. You don't really
not
know
really.
about her.
No.
I
Whatever we
mean,
do know is what she wants us to know,
and
basically.
not anything else.
And I ain't mad at it at all. At
And I
all.
love it. I
I
love it.
wish that was more the case these days, because
Child, don't get me
Girl.
started. Please leave us out of the narrative. I beg.
Yes. And I love the fact that she starts the album off with this song. So it's already giving you the vibe of what this album is
What
going
you
to
got
be.
coming?
You know what I'm saying? Like it's
Mm-hmm.
already there. So it's like for me, this was the first song that really caught me that I knew outside of Sweet Taboo and and
Mm-hmm.
and Sweet Operator. Like this is the song, and I was like, it's like emotional. It's like, oh, like when I heard it when they were playing the best of it, it came in. I was like, what song is this? Because this joint hit me in the chest. Because I was like, and maybe because I was going through something around that time too. So
Mm.
obviously music speaks to you.
Of
So
course.
it was just the words, you know what I'm saying, and all that she was saying, you know what I mean? So it was just like it's so real, but it's so hauntingly, it's very mysterious. And like you said, the video made perfect sense. You know what I'm saying? She rolling around on the beach in that red dress looking beautiful anyway. How do you
Stunning.
roll around in sand and still look good like she does? Like,
Flawless. Just
I would look like a seal.
let me tell you how ashy I would have been on that
what?
beach in the same this
Like a seal.
She
it
looked
would have
A walrus. I would look like a
ugly.
walrus.
A straight up beached whale is what I would have been giving. They'd have been like, "Oh, throw some water on that and push it back in." That's what would have happened.
Right. And what I love, the lyrics are so relatable because
yes,
like, you know, I can't hate you, although I have
I've
tried.
tried.
baby.
Ooh. It's
Like,
so beautiful and simple. And she's not saying a lot on this song. She's just kind of like setting the vibe. It's kind of like the intention. Her intention is to continue loving you, even you make it very difficult. But
right.
that is the intention. She is setting an intention in this song because love is stronger than pride.
Yes. Because pride take over things. And she was just like telling you, how did she say, I still really love you? Like,
Mm-hmm.
the honesty in that, a lot of people don't say that shit because it's
Sure
normally be
don't.
like, man, I don't fuck with that. I'm over it. I'm
Right.
moving on, letting that pride take over. She
Like
like, what?
the complaint music girls and boys, they're like, I'm moving on, I'm going to the club this weekend, pack your shit, but they lying, But
lying like
they're gonna lie for the entire song. She's being truthful from the very first note. She's letting you know.
But I also like that she's letting this nigga know, oh, I have the capacity to hate you. I have the capacity to not forgive you. But
true.
so just know that that's there under the surface. Don't think
Yeah, you're not getting off
it's
scot-free
all good.
completely. Yeah,
I just
yeah.
ain't punched you in the face because love is stronger than pride.
Right. I
Yeah.
haven't burnt all your things in the front yard because love is
Right,
stronger than pride.
right, right. You could really get this work. I could really give you this work if I wanted to, but I love you too much. I'm there, but don't realize I can go there though. I can
Absolutely.
go there. Like you said, I can burn your shit and don't give a damn. Like,
Mhm.
It'd be fine.
But like, I
However,
ain't cussed
karma.
out your mama,
right,
but just know that I can.
It's the
It's
karma.
there.
However, karma.
Comma. Shout out to Lauren.
Shout out to Lauren.
so I've been like, so for this, since I've been in Sade's world, like for real, for like the past maybe 5, 6 months, I've been like really like listening to albums for real. And like y'all said, the vibes is always the same.
The
Yeah,
influence.
thanks to you. Always inspirational. Thank you, babe.
I mean, the show is nothing but educational, and you guys educate each other.
right, right. So I was listening to I think it's Promise. And I was listening to Mr. Wrong. And I get that vibe on that song like this because the drums is really what really captivates both songs. For real, for real. And like you said, Max, she's very simple. She's not doing all of this stuff. And she's
Nope.
letting the music take over. And I love when they let the music breathe. Because we don't
And not
have
for nothing, what a talented bunch she had backing her. You know what I'm
yes.
saying? Like, for me, it's the guitar work. That
Mhm.
that it's just delicious. It's just so good.
And
It's
Max, it makes sense that you love Maxwell so much because who did he
because the
have working
same
with him?
people. That's right. Sweetback.
That's right. That's right.
Matthew.
Stuart, your Max,
What's his last name?
Do
Matthewman?
it. Yep.
What's his name? Yes.
Do it.
Stuart Matthew.
Stuart
Yeah.
Matthewman. That's right.
Mhm.
See, I
Oh
know
yeah.
things. I know
That's
things.
so crazy. And that's what's so bugged out to me that I love Maxwell Urban Hang Suite. I don't understand why I didn't put two and two together. Like
Oh,
I
I
should have
did.
been loved
And when that
Sade.
Sweetback album came out, it was all laid out for you too.
I was late to the party. So it's like, but I feel so good on it now. Like, especially I feel good being on it because if me and Elise might have started this earlier and like you would have picked the Sade song, this would have been a little different because I'd have been like,
And we would have been
I don't really know.
shaming you on the internet is
Y'all
what we
would
would
oh
have been
yes.
doing.
Oh, I'd have been
Would have been
destroyed.
tag team shaming.
Yes, because Portia, who's a part of Apartment 5B, and she loves Sade to death. And this was like maybe 3, 4 years ago. And I was just like, Sade, you like her?
Oh,
Like, you
girl.
know me at least. Like, you like her? And she
We
was
would have
like,
cooked you in
oh,
here.
oh my God, really? You don't like her? I was like, no. So I'm
Oh,
so glad
I'd
I'm
have
on the
ate you
train.
up.
Oh, now, like, it's
You'd have got
great.
chewed. We definitely would have chewed you right on up.
Oh, oh, missing.
But knowing is half the battle.
Yes. Oh my God. Yeah, the music on this, and then it's like I was waiting for a horn to come in because you know they good for their horns, period. You know what I mean? And I was waiting for it, and it did not need it though. Like
Nothing extraneous. That's what I really like about it. They just
yes,
let you ride. She's telling you, I could destroy you, but I love you. And just letting it all speak for itself. No extra whatever. I think that's the thing I like about the production and the style of just in general. Like nothing is overworked. Everything is just placed in front of you. You either get it or you don't. And I think the same thing carried over to the work that they did with Maxwell, because it was just, I love you, I'm trying to wife you, I'm trying to eat you, I'm trying to do a bunch of things to you. That's it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like that very much.
Yes. But yeah. And uh what a strong 3-song opening to an album. It goes from Love
Yeah.
is Stronger Than Pride to Paradise. So
Yeah.
nothing can come between us.
That's my
All
thing.
iconic. All of it from the outset. Iconic.
Nothing Comes Between Us is my favorite Sade song, period.
Yeah.
Mm,
And
And
I
then,
love the record. Love
and
it.
then Love is Stronger Than Pride is my favorite. So our
that's my
favorites are from the
favorite.
same album
Same
in the
Mhm.
album.
same run. So
Mhm.
How about I bullshot somebody? Church.
Hey.
yeah.
Yo, oh geez. Yeah, man. It's just like, and y'all, and a lot of people, which is crazy on social media, that a lot of people really still don't know that Sade is actually the band.
Yeah.
They
It's kind
don't.
of, I feel like the Venn diagram of people who don't know that and the people who don't know that Bobby Caldwell is white is a circle.
Girl. Oh, it comes around every 2 days. You be like, come on, y'all. I was
They do
this
it with
old.
Tina Marie too.
Huh?
Yes. They
They
don't
do
know
that
that
with
Tina
Tina
Marie's
Marie
white.
too.
Oh, God bless.
I see
Go
that
on,
come
Tina.
around once a year. That people
Wow.
all this time I thought
Look
Wow,
at the
real.
album covers, beloved. They didn't really hide it from us after the first album.
yeah, the first album's
Right,
the only one that didn't have a photo picture on it. Yeah.
right.
And she didn't really get big until the ones with a picture on it anyway.
Ain't that something?
Ain't that something? Right, right. That joint just annoyed me. I'll be like, y'all, for real, y'all really did not know it was the band. Like, for real, Sade
And
is
it's
I
a band.
always be
mean,
some blue chat that do it. It don't be
somebody
no
too
regular
young to be
nigga.
talking. It's always somebody too young to be talking about nothing. Be like,
That's
look, just you got the whole computer of the world in your fucking hand. Just go do some Googling. Stop embarrassing
Googling.
yourself
It's
out here.
easy, easy.
Stop
Come on.
embarrassing yourselves. It's
Yeah.
not hard.
Oh my God. Oh
Like
God.
a light Google would spare so much nonsense. Let me just tell you.
You ain't lying there. Oh my God.
Even a light Google, not even a deep dive. You don't even got to go to page 3. First page. Give you everything you need.
One is the magic number.
Have y'all seen Sade live?
Yes, I have. Top 3 concert experience of my life.
I've heard that everybody that went to the show will say it was
And the rowdiest show I've ever been to.
really.
They were cutting the fuck up at the Garden, let me tell you.
I could imagine.
By the end of that show, I was standing on my chair.
Wow.
And people were getting kicked out for wilding.
At
Yeah.
a Sade concert?
Cats
though?
got carted out of there. But they were, you know what I'm saying? And they were drunk. And I don't think they knew who they was going to see. And I was like, this is wasted on you. And I feel like I manifested the people coming to take them the fuck up out of there. It was great. It was great. We were so happy. And I was with me and my bestie went, but we didn't sit together because we decided to go at the last moment. This was during the Lovers Live tour and in like 2001. And we were like, I don't think I don't know, we could get tickets. We're not gonna go. And then we were like, what the fuck are we talking about? We're not gonna see her for a decade. Let's get these tickets. So we did, and we got these floor seats, and there were all these ballers and all these like ball players, and they probably jump offs and stuff sitting there.
Mhm.
And she was like a row or so behind me, and I was sitting next to this woman who was clearly a stalker for for Sade, but it was a good time. I do believe that woman was out of her mind, but it was top 3 concert experience. Top. She hit a note in there because she ain't no. As far as we know, she's not a belter. Well, baby,
Right.
Miss Girl did some belting, and when I tell you, she took the whole fucking place apart. She took the whole fucking place apart. She hit
Wow.
a note. It was like Pavlovian. Everybody fucking reacted at the same time, and everybody went absolutely ape shit. It was the craziest thing. It was like a wave. It was like a sonic wave, and it hit us all at the same time, and everybody lost their fucking shit.
I love it.
I think I
I
was
think
on my
that's what
chair by then.
and like Max, we talked about it. I went on that tour when they came to North Carolina, and I kind of compared to because like I just wasn't expecting her to hit those notes as she
Me
did,
neither.
and it made me think of I went to a Corinne Bailey Rae show. Speaking of British girls,
Mm.
and
Vibey girls.
I was so shocked at that concert. That's like up in the top of my concerts. Like that thing did stuff on stage that she don't do on them records. She really, girl,
Mm-mm.
put them records on. She did. She and so
Wow.
and that's how I felt at the shot. I was like, I didn't know.
I was unprepared. I
Like
was
she was
unprepared.
like going off. I was like, oh,
We
she can
went
belt if she
crazy.
want to, but
She chooses not
it
to.
don't always call for that.
And again, not too much adornment. It's like what they say in fashion: put on everything and then take one thing off. They don't even bother to put everything on. They just go, this is it. We're going to keep it classic. We're going to keep it, you know, just,
She
and you're
was
going to,
barefoot with a
mm-hmm.
kimono dress on,
Ooh, I
no
think
earrings.
she was giving us crop top. She was giving us crop top mermaid on one of our pieces there. And it was barefooted and just singing flat footed,
Mhm.
singing the fuck down, which is
And
not
she,
at all
You
what you
know,
expect.
I,
she'll give you her little shimmy, but she in the same spot on the stage and still captivate. Like who?
Yep.
Not many people can do that.
Nope.
and she did Stronger Than Pride too.
Absolutely.
She
Well,
sure
Oh,
at
did.
mine she did.
Wait, I'm trying to
Absolutely she
think.
did.
I
because
think she
that was
did because that's when I really went the fuck off.
Because the band was just like,
Perfection. Oh my God.
ugh,
That
ugh,
band live,
ugh.
God, what a
uh,
fucking night. We were,
wow.
yo, crazed in there.
Found like so many people that I've asked about a Sade concert, and they was like, "Yo, it's really an experience, like for
It
real.
is. It is.
You lose your shit when you
You
go." So
go absolutely insane. The only other time I went the fuck off in a concert like that was when I saw Luther. You know how I used to do the Valentine's concerts at Radio
yeah,
City every year.
yeah,
So I
yes.
got a ticket to go see him. I was the youngest and I was the only one not wearing a fur. And he did Superstar, and Superstar is my shit.
Yes.
And I don't know where the noise I made came from, but it came from deep, deep down. To this day, I don't know how I made that noise, but I cut the fuck up in that damn place. It was, I heard he started it. That was it. It was the same thing at the Sade show. Same thing.
Oh,
No idea. I don't even remember climbing up onto my chair. I don't remember a lot, but I remember
wow.
how I felt.
That
Wow.
God. That's why I knew I wanted to ask y'all because I didn't know if at least you've been, and I didn't know Max you been. So I had to ask because I was like, "Am I gonna get the same reaction?" And y'all gave me the reaction that I was looking for. So yeah,
Mm-hmm. It's amazing. If you get an opportunity, look, just pay the
I
money. Pay
I
the
am.
money.
I
It's
am.
gonna cost you. Fuck it. Pay it.
Yeah, I heard her tickets ain't that cheap either.
Well, back then it wasn't cheap, but like I got floor seats for like it was like $150 back
Oh,
then.
bad. That ain't bad.
Now them same seats is gonna be like $850. And
Yeah.
I
The
might
one
pay
I went
it.
to, I don't know the price of it because my mom had bought the tickets, but she took me and my high school best friend. Because I
Wow.
would have been, I guess I was 21 at the time. Yeah.
Nice.
'Nice.
21 year old at least. Wow. What a
Ooh, I
girl.
think I was, how old was I when I went? Oh, 01, 26, 27. Yeah, 26. Yeah, going on 27.
Oh,
Because it was
okay.
like
So y'all was
September. Yeah, it was September. What
y'all
a
was still
time. No, it was August because I remember 9/11 happened that September. So that was like the last time the city was like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, after that everything went to shit.
yeah, you're right. Because I went to the Janet concert on August the 20th,
Mm-hmm.
2001. And after that, it was a wrap. It was a wrap.
Everything was like there was a premium on everything. Like the way that it is now started right from then. Even in terms of what the quality of the output and like the artists they would support, the whole record game just changed completely. The budgets were smaller. Everybody was getting swallowed up by some big conglomerate, and it just changed the energy of everything, especially in Black music.
Yes, I totally agree. Totally agree. You see what Sade do, yo? She done took us all the way around, but the vibe is there. That's Sade. She the vibe, yo.
It's true. It
Yeah.
is true. There's no one like her, and that's just facts. She's in her own fucking lane. She doesn't have a peer. She doesn't.
No.
She doesn't have a peer.
Don't try to compare nobody to her either.
Yes.
They tried though.
I won't
They
pretend
tried.
like
I won't
somebody.
pretend that anybody can fuck with her. Like,
At all.
she is the epitome of unfuckwittable, that lady.
I agree.
Yeah.
They tried with that Snow Allegra girl. They tried. God bless. Even
out.
she was like, y'all are wilding. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. He was like, y'all wilding. Do not.
You're not gonna put that on me.
No,
I could never.
She don't really even tweet or anything like that. Now she came out to tweet this like, y'all don't ever put me on Sade level because I'll never be there, ever.
I'm glad she knows.
Yeah.
I'm glad she knows.
No.
They really tried. And the children, they're so ahistorical. Like anything that just happened is like the only thing that happened. And it's like,
yeah.
oh.
It's so
Did you hear
cute.
the children are talking about how they created the social media and the internet? Like, you're 25. You were still swimming in your daddy's nuts when everybody was building this. Please be quiet. Stop embarrassing yourself on the internet, people.
And you know, narrative that I see, and this ain't just the youngins that do it. As it pertains to Sade, is they'll say that she was a whisper singer. She doesn't. No, she has a smoky, deep voice. What are you talking about?
Smoky club voice, dickholes. Get into it.
Like, it's not even high pitched. It's like, where you get, like, there's nothing whispery about it
at all. You must be mixing her up with one of them complaint music girls.
I can't think of one song where she's doing any kind of whispery, soft singing. She sings very boldly, actually.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
From her chest.
Yeah. And to have a band behind her like Sweetback, you can't whisper. That wouldn't make a bit of sense because you could never hear her.
Sure wouldn't.
You want to hear her.
They are playing. They playing.
Yes, Sweetback plays.
They play, honey.
Yeah. So she gotta come. She can't come with no whispery voice because then we won't hear her. Like,
she would get buried. She would get buried. And there's no tuning that you can do to fix that.
No, not at all.
Please. I wish everybody would just learn. It's not hard. Like, there's so much information, like, just available to you.
Yes.
And you choose stupid every time. so draining.
I agree.
It is. It really is. Because it's just like, it's like they're gaslighting us. It's like, she's whispering. I'm listening to the song right now. Ain't nobody whispering, bitch.
And also, just say you wasn't outside without saying you wasn't outside, niggas.
That part.
Who was you talking to? I was outside.
That part.
Or
I was there.
Or as Jill Scott says, or we could just be silent.
Amen. A word.
How about I both shot again?
I love you, JR.
Oh, God, you're so foolish.
No, right.
I love JR so much.
Your brother's a fool, honey.
Love me, though.
Oh, I love you, Jeff.
But I act you a lot, though. That too, now.
I mean, I won't pretend. I can't hate you, though I have tried.
Good job. Good job.
You're good.
Job. I see what you did there.
Right. That was dope. That was dope.
I'm here all week.
Tip your waitress and your bartender.
Yes. But, we are so glad that you hung out with us again to help us celebrate Women's History Month. So show the people your t-shirt real quick.
Oh, hello.
Yes.
Y'all see that?
Black women, often imitated, never duplicated.
As much as you may try.
You could put Sade at the top of that. often imitated, never duplicated. One of one.
Never. One of one, the only one. Were to be.
Why are we gonna say that?
Because y'all cousins or something. But yeah.
A
But
pleasure
yeah.
as always, guys.
This is great.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Tell folks where they can find your podcast and
You can
your
find me on
socials.
all the places that you like to listen to podcasts. I'm on Apple. I'm on Google. I'm on Google. I'm on Google. I'm on Stitcher. I'm everywhere, babes. You can find me in those places, rambling incoherently with my friends in, various stages of inebriation sometimes. I'm mostly Max and Other Things on IG. I'm mostly Max and Other Things is the name of the show. I am mostly Max on the Twitters, where you will find me probably rambling incoherently about The Office. So
Tracks.
tracks.
Yes, and we thank everyone for joining us once again for Catch That Fan mini episodes, and bring us some more folks. Share, subscribe, like it, tell 1 to 2 or 12 people. No
Tell your
biggie.
mom and them. They'll like it.
Yep. Especially your mom and them. Your parents will dig it. I'm trying
They
to
will
tell
dig
you.
it. They
Yes.
into it.
Yeah. So we will catch y'all on the next Catch That.
Peace.
Bye.
Hey y'all, and welcome back to another fan mini episode of Catch That, where we get to know our friends through their favorite R&B songs. I am Naturally Elise, and that's my bro.
JR.
And we are the R&B representatives, and we welcoming back a VIP up in these Catch That streets. You may have seen him on the What's Going Down episode of That's My Mama, Joe the Policeman. He's Pearl.
Oh. Oh, you got
yes.
you got him. That was good.
That was great. Yes. Naturally, Elise. Yes. There's a God somewhere. I'm gonna probably say that on any episode that I come on moving forward, because I'm telling you, there's a God somewhere.
He spits so high and looks down low. But yes, welcome back, sir.
Man, can I make it like this? Huh? Larry Flint. Oh, yeah, let me stop. You take the picture. Can't make it. Yeah. Oh. What's up, y'all? Oh man.
So we just gonna skip all the formalities. What song did you pick today, and when do you remember first hearing it?
So the song that I picked for this episode is You're Not My Kind of Girl by the one and only New Edition.
Yeah.
And I don't remember exactly when I first heard it, but I remember when I never really remember when I first heard the songs or albums. I'm going to try to one of these times, but today ain't that time. But I do remember when the album came out, I believe it was my father, rest in peace. He had the album on cassette, and I would just listen to the whole album. And I just remember You're Not My Kind of Girl starting off side B, side 2, however you want to call it, on the cassette. And I just remember it was just one of those songs that stuck out to me just because of the production and the songwriting and how Ralph and the team just execute on that joint. And yeah, it's one of my favorite New Edition songs.
Yes. So I'm gonna jump right into it.
Here we go.
No, I have a love-hate relationship with this song.
Mm-hmm.
I absolutely adore it sonically, the vocals, The production is stellar. The arrangement is out of this world.
Right.
But what the fuck is Ralph? What's up with these lyrics? This song is fucking ridiculous.
I mean, yeah, I can't front. I'm there with you. You know what I'm saying? I love the song, but I have that same question too.
Yeah, and it's one of my favorites too. Is it?
Yeah, because
Everything but literally. It's more comical to me, actually.
Mhm.
It's not your look. You are very pretty. It's not your
Mhm.
style. It's
the
not the
way
way that you carry yourself. But oh
Right.
no, girl, I'm sorry. You're not my kind of girl.
Mhm.
I went,
So she fit all the criteria. Because it'd be different if the song was like, no, it's not. If it's just not your look and your style, and he stopped there. But
Right.
then he also said the way you carry yourself. So he liked what she's about. She's
Yeah.
cool, whatever.
Mhm.
It's
I
like,
mean, it does leave a confused mind state. You know what I'm saying? However, I did do some research, and I can't remember word for word, but I did read that Mr. Jimmy Jam saying how for this particular song, it reminded him of like a singing group, and how say a group like the Whispers could possibly sing this type of song, and how the chord changes have a sophisticated feel to it. And I totally hear that in the song. However, you're right. It makes me think, okay, in fact, it starts off saying, what does it say? Oh girl, I know that you're attracted to me, and I should feel the same about you. Hold up. But there's something wrong. Something wrong. I don't know what it is that keeps us from becoming a two. It's not your looks. It's not your style. Yet she fresh. It's not the way that she carries herself. I mean, thank goodness that ain't the reason why. Because I mean, you know, I'm sorry. You're not my kind of girl. You know, it takes a lot of guts for a dude to say that.
but what makes it even worse, his boys don't even agree with him. They're confused. Because you see the breakdown of the rap with Ronnie and Ricky and Mike, they like, I think she pretty fly. If I had her, what would you do? Like, they like confused they damn self. They like, Ralph, she got all the qualities you want. But Ralph do say, but the chemistry just isn't there.
Right. And he was in love before.
So
that just opens up more questions. Like, okay, you got this flawless girl that's attracted to you, but yeah, you don't feel the same way. You claim you was in love before, but the chemistry wasn't there. It don't take no scientist to figure out there's something wrong with you. Something wrong.
it's like,
Something wrong. Look, and I got
this is how you feel.
Mm-hmm.
You made a whole like it. This song, the name of this song should be "It's You, It's Me, Not You." He did all this and had Johnny carried on through the whole record to say it's me, not you.
Carried on. Johnny carried on. Yes, go ahead. Carried on.
Mm-hmm. Now you notice in that part that you was talking about, JR, how Ronnie and Mike are doing the talking part. Johnny ain't saying nothing. All he doing is just singing back.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he co-signed him the whole song because he mirror back, the ad-libs mirror everything
Right.
Right. So, okay, now I got a theory about this whole part that you just talking about, JR. How, like, here come Mike and Ron doing what they do. Talking about, man, I don't know what's wrong with that, but you know what I'm saying, Mike? On the serious tip, I think the girl's pretty. She fly. You too, Ron? Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think he just bugging, man. Why Ron say that? Yeah. I think he's just bugging me. Yo, I know if I had her, I know what I'd do with her. But if you had her, what would you do? First of all, ain't everybody gonna kiss and tell everybody what they gonna do? Maybe he don't want to tell everybody. You know what I'm saying? How they think of that? And another thing, look, I got a theory about this. And it didn't start with just you're not my kind of girl. I'm gonna take it back to Cooley now. I feel bad for Ralph because it seems like whenever Ralph confesses his love for somebody, here come Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, Mike, and then later Johnny, making Ralph be rapping like, why you all coming down on me, trying to tell me how my life is supposed to be? I know you're only trying to help me out, trying to show me what life is really about, but it's time I'm gonna make it on my own. So why don't you fellas just leave me alone? Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, and Mike, if I had a girl who can't sue you, like, that's cool now. They trying to have him stay cool, right?
Right.
Then they want to count him out later on.
And then
Yeah.
on the same record, and then on the same record, they go, you loved her. What?
Yeah.
They hate us.
Have y'all been listening? Have y'all been listening? So you go from cool it now to count me out, and all he want to do is just be with his girlfriend at the time. He missed a telephone man. He couldn't even get in touch with the girl. He said he dialed 611 repair service, said, hello, may I help you? Please, look, I'm feeling bad for this dude. That's why I think sensitivity came about. He got so fed up that he was like, by the time I do my solo record, I'm gonna let y'all know you need a man with sensitivity, a man like me. Me.
And he had his voice be like, oh man, you soft.
Man, look. And then he talking about he do what I gotta do to break her heart. What you gonna do, Ralph? Are you gonna be in love?
Girl, I know, but the best thing is for us to be apart.
Right. Like, what is it? Is it gonna be sensitivity or is it gonna be do what I gotta do? Which one is it? Like, pick one, Ralph. For real.
And in the middle, yeah. In the middle of all that, he trying to be a stone cold gentleman. Just saying. Who's the Mac now? Shoot, man, y'all got me riled up here. Look, man, Can you stand the rain? No, cause y'all be out here bugging. Y'all waiting for me to not be with this person. I know if I had, I know what I'd do with. But if you had it, what would you do? And then here comes Ricky talking, I'm not trying to put you down. Woo! But you're just not that girl. And then here comes Johnny. You're not mine. You're not mine. You're not mine. Oh, and then at the end they say, I'm sorry. You ain't sorry. You ain't sorry. Parker Brothers is sorry because they came up with the game. Sorry. New Edition ain't sorry about them, the girl not being their kind. Well, at least Mike and Ron will probably get with her. But the rest of them, they ain't like, I don't care.
Somebody said this pretty song about this. Pretty much, let's be friends. Your friend.
Friend zone.
Friend zone. Yes, friend zone.
You got Johnny on the ad libs telling you that I don't know nobody who could say anything with both power.
The dynamic of that song is different.
No, the song lyrically is fucked up. Right? The bottom line, lyrically is fucked up. But the song wouldn't have been what it was if Johnny wasn't doing all that carrying on.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. And I think, if I recall, Jimmy was talking about how when they were doing the Heartbreak album, they did it strategically because I think You're Not My Kind of Girl was the second single from the Heartbreak album.
Which they made it the video version that I don't like.
Right, which is crazy.
I don't like the version at all. I get it. I get what they're trying to do with the If It Isn't Love, and they were running to the stage, I get it. But that version, no, you should have left it at it. That's why I like when they performed it on Soul Train. It was the original version, and they were lipping it, and I didn't need that. I'm sorry. That's one thing. I love our friends, Jimmy and Terry. Love them. But that was one of the ones that I would have rather not have. Like, for real. Like, we there. Like,
and Jimmy and Terry, I love y'all. Y'all are my favorite, some of my favorite producers and musicians. Well, I'm just saying, like, you know, y'all had my boy Ralph out there, like, just bugging.
But think about it. Me and Elise was talking too about as far as where You're Not My Kind of Girl is placed on the album. Just like you just went and gave us all New Edition's discography. Every song how you went in. But it's crazy because you get the skit of, you know, Mike trying to sing loo 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 loo, like he's trying, right? And then it goes to this record, but then right after then, Ralph is singing You're My
Kind of girl.
Super Lady.
Oh yeah, that's right. I always
and then right after that, it's Can You Stand the Rain?
Mm-hmm.
So again, Ralph, which one is it? But we just did a dart. We did a cold case, y'all. I just realized why Ralph's career didn't hit where it was supposed to. Because everybody was confused. That's what it was. We were confused. We was like, is you sensitive or is you not? Like, which one is it? Like, you just coming in going hard saying, I love this, I love that, whatever, whatever. Then now she's not your kind of girl. You're going in on the girl. And then now it's like, you need a guy like me. I'm sensitive. A stone cold gentleman. But then now I got to do what I got to do. Peace out.
Mm-hmm.
What is it?
Yeah, because it go from, If It Isn't Love, Any Heartbreak, Crucial, You're Not My Kind of Girl. So, I guess that's what's, I actually really do understand what Ralph is saying in the song, but it's fucked up.
Yeah.
You should tell somebody you like gassing them, and then you like, but nah, we don't have chemistry. And you could have left out all the other stuff and went straight to that because that's what she gonna remember. Not that she's very pretty. No, all she heard was "You're Not My Kind of Girl." She didn't hear none of that other stuff. I know I wouldn't.
But you know what's crazy too? This song, the production is so upbeat and happy, so upbeat. But the lyrics are so petty, kind of like I get it. That's why it's my favorite New Edition record because it's so upbeat, it's so happy, but in that meat of that record, it's very petty, and that's why I get it. As soon as I hear it, I'm like, sorry, like I'm ready, like I'm just
because the vocals and the backgrounds and everything just sounds
perfect
dope as you're hearing it. You know what I mean? But if you were to just sit and read the lyrics, be like, the hell?
I guess the lyrics of the song describe how I feel about the song. No, it's not. You know, it's not your looks. It's a very pretty song. It's not your style. The production's fire. It's not the way you carry yourself. But I'm sorry, this ain't my kind of lyrics. Sorry.
Oh.
I love the That's I feel like that part of the song is them saying, "Oh yeah, it's Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis." In case you forgot to produce this.
In case
that's a very, that's some very flight time type shit. So
absolutely.
And the production on this joint has the balance of, I believe Jam described it as like the hard bottom and the pretty top, or vice versa. How with just the bass, you know what I'm saying, is there. You know what I mean? But like they managed to just put the two worlds together and just create just super dope, just timeless music. Like this album, and shout out to Dart, because I know he broke down New Edition on his previous episode. But this album was definitely important for New Edition. And, you know, for a song like You're Not My Kind of Girl, to have Ralph be the lead guy, I felt was the right choice. Not to say that Johnny couldn't do it, but I just felt like it would have been more aggressive than it needed to be for Johnny to lead than, say, Ralph. And being that Johnny just joined New Edition at this time, the whole strategy was dope because you could hear more of Johnny, even though it's in the background. You hear the ad-libs, and then later on, you hear Can You Stand the Rain, where it's him and Ralph going back and forth. And so I thought that was real smart, real smart.
I mean, that's the thing about Johnny. Even when you hear he on background of other people's songs, you damn near be like, it should have been featuring Johnny because he's in the background, but he's still out front.
Right. He would have been my
at the same damn time.
Well, you know, Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, they deal with that. Hello, Alexander O'Neal.
Yeah. Oh.
Like again, when you hear the finest, you hear him. You know what I'm saying? Like you hear him. So they already knew, okay, we can work with Alexander. We know what we're dealing with Johnny because their voices are so aggressive. But like we learned from the movie, Ralph was the lead. So you're not going to take that away. You're going to add Johnny in there, even though Johnny probably was thinking, oh, I'm getting a little bit of work. Technically you're not. Like, you are the depth of this album because the Heartbreak album wouldn't have been what it was if it wasn't for Johnny. You know what I'm saying?
True.
He was doing the, I mean, he was in the background, but he was doing the heavy lifting on this album.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Yes, you know?
Absolutely.
It made them grown. It turned them into grown men.
Yeah. And what was dope, what I think about with hearing Johnny in the texture and the background of that album, I think it made Ralph shine more. I think that I think that contrast, you know, that juxtaposition of their vocal stylings was perfect.
Yeah.
I agree.
I think so.
I agree.
Yeah. I wouldn't want to hear all Johnny singing it, and I wouldn't want to hear all just Ralph singing that particular song. Like, I like the blending of them. I thought that worked. It was genius to me.
Oh, yes. Makes Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis so great at what they do.
Yeah, they knew exactly what to do, and they executed well. So
I think for those that wouldn't have known who New Edition was at that time, which would be crazy because, I mean, at this point, they had, you know, hits under their belt. But this would have been, in my opinion, a great introduction album to New Edition for someone that's listening to them for the first time.
Oh, yeah. That's why I would send people to start, and then for the earlier albums, I would send them singles that they should check out.
I mean, they got some dope album cuts too, like Marianne. That's one of my favorite deep album cuts from the second album.
Yeah.
But I just felt bad for my boy because it seemed like Ralph always got that short end of the stick. I'm like, man, can he get hooked up with love at some point in, you know, the career of New Edition? You know what I'm saying? I mean, they haven't lost in love.
A little bit of love is all it takes. A little bit.
Yeah, they was lost in love not too long ago. Then they talking about a little bit of love is all it takes. They looking for a sweet thing. Then they talking about let's be friends. And then they singing Under the Blue Moon, for goodness sakes.
And that shit was crucial.
Hello?
I guess that's the way they were living at the time.
Obviously.
Yeah, that's where it started.
Yo, Jam, hit the ouch button now. But look, I know we talking about You're Not My Kind of Girl, but I will say on the Heartbreak album, I'm Coming Home. That to me is a dope, just slow jam to not necessarily close the album, but like be the second to the last song on the album. I thought that was a dope choice.
They let Johnny eat it up at the end.
Yeah, they did. He's like, I'm gonna get mine.
We're gonna give you a song, but it's gonna be a weak song. But Johnny said, I'm gonna murder this shit.
He sure did though. That Boys to Men joint, yeah.
He ate up. He said, "Oh, really? Y'all gonna get a song?" That's why when I go to the when they go to the concert, they know that Johnny gonna sing this song for like 7 minutes.
Oh, because wasn't there a video for it? But it was like a live performance.
They had a lot of live performance videos.
But you saw like all the other guys in the background just, doing their steps, and then he breaks it up, like, have you ever loved somebody the way that somebody you, the way somebody loves you, the way somebody loves you, the way somebody loves you, the way that I love. Oh, good Lord, he was pissed.
Oh yeah,
but
I'm just saying, that's just Johnny. I mean, he can't help it. He would have mind all over You Not My Kind of Girl though if he was leading it.
oh yeah, which it was not needed.
No. I think how they did it was just right.
Yeah,
I mean,
perfect.
Yes.
Well, you are our kind of guy, and we appreciate you hanging out with us once again. You know how we get down. We be ready to laugh.
Yeah. I love y'all, man.
Yeah.
You be our favorite person to interview if one of us is having a bad day.
Oh.
We be like, JR be like, this is what I needed. I'll be like, oh, good, we got Keith today. I'm gonna laugh. Like,
yes. So, because by the time people see this, they already gonna see your other episode already. And baby, that day I was having a bad day, and Keith, you and Elise, woo!
Y'all see, I didn't bring out no wine this time.
That's right. Yeah. I didn't come to appreciate it, Dave.
That episode is wild.
I mean, like, it was. But I got because I needed it.
So y'all watching this, if you haven't seen Keith's episode that we're talking about Black Streets Another Level, please go watch this immediately following this. I don't usually tell y'all what to do, but do that.
Right.
Look,
I do be telling folks what to do, but y'all know what I meant.
I appreciate y'all so much, man. And I just say it all the time. I love this platform. I love y'all because y'all are being yourselves. And just thank y'all for putting out this platform for people like myself and all the other guests that you had and that will have, just to nerd out and just have fun and talk music. And you know what I'm saying? Y'all are extended family to me. So just call me Cousin Keith.
Cousin Keith.
Cousin Keith.
Hey, we Black. We all family.
Okay.
That's right. But no, like, you guys are just fantastic, man. So thank y'all again for letting me come back and, you know what I'm saying, wild out without a Canon camera or Nick. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, and we thank all our other cousins for watching, being viewers, being supportive, coming in the live chats, leaving comments, sharing it with your folks. So share it, subscribe, like it, bring us some more fam up in here.
Absolutely.
And we will catch y'all on the next Catch That. Peace.
Peace.